Good evening and thank you for joining us. A Pensacola tenant has been facing renters' woes for months. Most recently, sewage water from an overflowing septic tank has been flooding into her apartment for 2 weeks. The issue forcing her to hang fly traps throughout her house, in addition to constantly mopping. Running water only making these issues worse. She's asked us for help after getting no answers from her landlord for nearly a month, nor city, county, or state departments.
I moved in here November the 13th. The septic tank started backing up 3 days after I moved in.
Selena McGowan rents one of 4 units in this building on Tiki Lane. With at least 15 people living in the building, the one septic tank on the property cannot keep up.
Then it became to where whenever it got so full that the fill lines were backing up in the dishwasher, the washer, the sinks, the commodes, the tubs. My landlord's words were, just mop it up, it'll go away whenever the septic tank is pumped enough.
Normally, when this issue came back up, her landlord would respond.
It was all the way up to my door this morning, and I had to walk in it just to come in my apartment.
Now, it's been nearly a month since she's heard from him.
My landlord would have his maintenance guy to come over, pump the sewage out of the septic tank into the other people's yard behind me and beside me.
McGowan shared these videos with us showing someone pumping the sewage onto adjacent properties. According to public record, none of the adjacent properties belong to the landlord. Someone was seen on the properties Saturday pumping the sewage onto adjacent properties again. But McGowan wants a permanent solution before her apartment floods again.
I have called the environmentalist. I've contacted the code enforcer. I have contacted the mayor's office. I have called the water authority here in Will Coast. I have contacted the Attorney General's office, and I'm out of options. People that are supposed to be there to help, you get nowhere.
So far, the only answer she's gotten has been from ECUA, and their advice was to turn her water off.
We now don't have any water because they were forced to shut the water off to keep the sewage from leaking out on the ground and us having to smell more sewage and walk in it.
We have made some calls, and here is what we were told. The Escambia County Health Department said all septic and sewage issues were transferred to the Florida Department of Environmental Protection in January of this year. However, the DEP told me a sanitary nuisance complaint must be first made with the Health Department. I was able to confirm the DEP is handling the sanitary nuisance investigation at the residence.
I'm just trying to reach out to find out who can help, who can do something, because we've reached dead ends everywhere we've turned. It's just been dead ends.
I checked with the county to see if there was anything else McGowan should do. The communications officer with the county tells me they do not handle septic tank issues and referred me to the Escambia Coast Utilities Authority. When I called their office, they said they do not deal with septic tank issues and told me the only help she would get is from a plumber. But McGowan says it is the landlord's responsibility, one he is not carrying out as he is not responding. So I knocked on the landlord's front door after calling. No response to either. With no one else to turn to, she's asking if anyone can help her find solutions. Not just for herself, but also for all of her neighbors facing the same issue.
They don't have an option. They're like me, they're stuck. They're trapped. I live in my car. I'm not afraid to live in a car. They don't even have a car to live in with 5 kids. Just mad.
McGowan says the sewage coming back up her drains is bringing bugs. She's put fly traps up all throughout her apartment. Per advice from ECUA, she's turned off her water, leaving her without running water since Friday.